Good morning. We've made it up to the property and it was above freezing overnight. Right now it's 37 degrees out. When I got up it was 40. It's dropped and now it's starting to come back up. And I have a feeling this road might be a little mucky. Supposed to be getting about a ½ inch of rain today. Sorry, just checking out the brook as we drive over it because we have flood warnings in effect and I wanted just to see how high the brook was. It's in good shape as of right now. We'll check it when we leave and see how we're doing. I didn't stop to show you because I saw we have a log truck coming in right behind me. So I don't want to stop on the road and then be in his way. But actually, so far, this road is in really good shape. We're coming up to the section that gets pretty rough. So we'll see how it is. See the ruts? Oh yeah. The road is mucky, but it's actually still froze up a lot better than I thought it would be. So that is a good thing. It is 59 degrees in here. I like seeing that. It feels good to finally have it staying warm overnight. We spent some time cleaning everything up down here so we can start getting all of the rough-in wiring going and our rough-in plumbing. I'm trying to figure out how to put hose bibs through the wall that are frost-free ones that don't protrude in. It's kind of one of the issues I've been having. So the smallest frost-free hydrant I can find is 6 inches, and that means it would stick into the wall. So if you guys know of a way to do a frost-free hydrant, or hose bib I should say, in a wall like this, that's a 2x6 wall, leave it in the comments down below because it's one of the things I want to figure out. We want to have outside running water, but have it so we don't gotta shut it off in the winter and drain it. When I have a minute, or when I had a minute, I was running out, I'm trying to run out and get the little parts and pieces that I know we're gonna need at some point, so it doesn't like hold us up in the build like, oh, I'm missing one 90-degree elbow for our plumbing fitting or something. So I ran out, picked up some more, and then I needed some more sanding pads. I needed a sanding pad for upstairs. We touched up the sheetrock a little bit, so I got a sanding pad. And then I picked up some more sandpaper and stuff, so just trying to keep ahead of all the little things. I've been walking around the room getting a mental picture of how we're gonna lay it out. Gina will be up in a few minutes. I'll get her idea, but I'll have my idea, and then we'll map it out together. But I was just looking, I didn't put a nailer plate in this corner, so I'm gonna get a 2x4 and put a 2x4 going this way, so we have something to nail our sheetrock to. I think that's the only place we need it other than up above. We're gonna need one up top, but we can get that one working up there better. I try to always keep a couple of pieces of lumber on hand, just in case you ever miss something like this and catch it. You don't have to worry about running back out to the store to get it. how well that's showing up on camera, being 10-foot long walls. These 2x6s can get some pretty big bows in them. So, like we did on the kitchen wall, I need to put some blocking in. But the blocking here just needs to be to keep these pulled into where they need to be. So, let's get measurement off the bottom. Wow, that's really got a bow in it. Let's just make sure we're good in money. I like that, that's perfect, right on the money. And I'm thinking we're gonna be mounting the TV on this wall. But I'm just assuming at this point I'll have to get the boss's final decision. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my blocking over here on these three up about this height. So if we hang the TV on this wall, we'll have something to mount our bracket onto. So 64 inches is the top of our other outlet box that we have for our TV upstairs. So I'll go right above this, maybe a little bit higher. Right on the money again. The nice part about this blocking is it takes care of two jobs. It straightens out our 2x6s, actually does three things, makes them stronger, and then it gives us a place to mount our bracket if we hang a TV on the wall here. So that'll be good. I can't get over how much heat or cold, however you want to say it, that this bubble wrap keeps in or out. It's nice having all the lumber up there organized-ish. So it's easy to find what I'm looking for pieces. One of these days we'll have windows out there and this side will be just as functional as this area. this hole done.
Well,
It's always a way,
I just learned something new.
right?
I'm like, that's gonna take forever.
Always a way to do something. Just gotta have the right tool.
That's right. Or make your own tool.
Right.
Always learning something new. Tricks. I think doing little tricks or learning little things like that are really, they're key.
It's so funny because this throws me off. I'm thinking that like right here is the end of the wall, but really here is the end of the wall.
Right.
It just kind of like throws me off visually right now. Like, oh, why is the TV and plug so far? But it's not. It's in the center of the complete wall. All right, so this is one of the things we need to figure out for our light switch, what we want to have for lights and where we want to have the switches. So over here in this wall, we already have our light switch for the hallway.
Okay.
So we don't think about that. Over here, we're gonna want our light switch for our high outside light.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna want a low outside light.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna want kitchen lights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming we want the kitchen lights to go on separate from the living room lights. That's what I'm thinking.
Whatever we're calling, yeah.
Right, like this half will be on its own switch, that half will be on its own switch. So do we want the switch for that half over here too?
I think so. That's what
Okay.
we do now. Right now we have our outdoor lights and our
Right,
two different, and that's all in the same area.
yeah, so I'll need to get a four-way box, that's all we put here, which I think that's all we need. You can either have just those lights on, or you have your big lights and those lights on.
Okay.
So that those lights could either come on their own switch, or they could get turned on when we turn on the light above the sink.
So if you want to do it, I'm thinking their own switch.
This is going to be our sink. We have a double box over on this side. One is for the light above the sink, and one's gonna be for an outlet. On this side, we have just an outlet, so we're gonna take this box out, is what Gina was just saying, and put a double box. I'll have an outlet and then another switch, and that switch will control the lights above the cabinets. That's a good idea. And then it'll look symmetrical too.
Right. We are getting so close to the stuff that I want to do. Like I'm getting excited for, like this rough wiring and all that. That's not something I know. But I'm getting excited for stuff. It's getting ready for the next step and the next step and the next step, and then it's gonna be so fun. So, do any of you ever have this problem where you have this place in your house or different places in your house that becomes a collect-all? Well, this is the collect-all area, one of the collect-all areas right now in this house we're building. And I know we're under construction and there's stuff everywhere, but I have this feeling because this is right by the door that it's going to stay that way. So if any of you have an idea of how that I could build something or make something a little different here, so that way when we do collect everything right here, that it doesn't look really messy. Because I don't mind having an area, but I want it to be organized, I guess. And so I'm just looking for any tips or advice of maybe some creative idea for this area. Because I just know it's a place where things are gonna go. So we're in the pantry right now, and I'm going to have Al put an outlet right on this end wall, and it's going to be for either a stand-up freezer or a refrigerator, because we have both a stand-up freezer and a refrigerator right now in our basement that are not going to fit with our two bigger freezers that will be in the powerhouse. So I'm going to have one here. Maybe I can fit. Maybe I can fit the refrigerator in the powerhouse, but I can't fit both of those with the two freezers in the powerhouse. So I'm having him put that, so that I don't ideally want to have it in my pantry, but this will be a place it will fit and be out of the way.
This is one of those deliveries when I see show up on my doorstep, I get excited. Butcher box. Yes. You always know you're gonna be eating good when you see the butcher box show up on your step. We've been getting Butcher Box for about a year now. I always look forward to it when it comes in every month. I want to thank Butcher Box for sponsoring today's video. They have some of the most delicious meats out there. If you don't know what Butcher Box is an online monthly meat subscription. You go on, you place your order, you can get the smaller box, you can get a larger box. You can get it once a month, you can cancel it any time, you can put your order on hold, you can change your order up every month. That's one of the things I like. Depending on what we feel like eating for the month, that's what we get. So right now, we've got ground beef. Their ground beef is delicious and essential. You can do so many different meals with ground beef. We have some Alaskan cod, 2 bags of that. And then we have some grass-fed, pre-made patties. These are delicious, especially if you need a quick lunch to go. These are our fast food. They're great. You can cook them frozen. You don't have to defrost them. So when I say they're our fast food, that's what I mean. We don't go out and get takeout. We just take out a frozen patty, cook it on the grill, cook it on the skillet in the house, put some cheese on it, put it on a bun, and we're off to a good start. Then we have some bacon. When we signed up, Butcher Box was doing free bacon for life. So when you signed up, you got free bacon, and then every month when you get your order in, you get free bacon with it. And right now, Butcher Box is offering free ground beef for life. So if you're a new member and this is your first time signing up, you're gonna get 2 pounds of ground beef free with every order. I just think that's awesome. It's always fun when you place your order, and then if you signed up for something free for the lifetime, it comes with it too. Butcher Box has really good grass-fed, grass-finished beef. They have humanely raised pork. They have organic chicken. It's delicious. They have wild-caught seafood. The Alaskan cod is amazing. They do lobsters, they do scallops, they do shrimp. I'm pretty sure we have tried everything that they have to offer, and we've never been disappointed. If you guys want to try Butcher Box, click our link in the video description down below. And right now when you sign up, you're going to get 2 pounds of ground beef for free for the lifetime of your membership. How can you go wrong? Ground beef. I mean, if you don't want to make, you can make your own patties. You can make shepherd's pie. You can make chili. It's an essential to have in the freezer. That's my opinion. Thanks Butcher Box for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to try Butcher Box, click our link in the video description down below. I'm gonna go put the butcher box order in the freezer, and I'll meet you up at the opposite property, and we'll continue on with the build. Everybody's been asking about you, Figaro.
Here he is.
He's been staying.
Yeek.
I don't know what that was. He's been staying inside quite a bit because it's been cold out. He doesn't like going out this winter. Normally, in the past, it doesn't bother him. But
No, I think every winter he stays in a little bit longer.
it was raining overnight good, and now it is windy and cold. It just started dropping in temperature this morning. I think it's about 24 degrees out right now. It was 30 when I first got up, so I think it's just gonna be getting colder throughout the day. But we're supposed to be having some sun, so that'll be good. I like the sun, especially now that we have solar panels and we can see how much power we're making. Ladies, ready for breakfast? We hear you, Moose. Where you hiding, dude? We ended up bringing up a dehumidifier yesterday. A lot of you guys had recommended that for drying the sheetrock mud. We didn't get those or read those comments until it was too late, but we brought it up. We need to make sure it's nice and a good moisture level in here, and especially the concrete is at a good moisture level, because for the next stage, when we go to finish our floor, we don't want the moisture in the concrete to be over, pretty sure they said 50%. But we want to make sure that it's all nice and dry, and that even along the edges there, I can talk, that there's no areas like this. And we're trying to dry all that out. So all around here was the darker gray. Now it's just in the wee corners. So I bet you another day or two, and this whole concrete slab will be pretty dried out. Back in the corners in the pantry over here, those were all a darker gray yesterday. So I am very impressed with how well the slab has dried out just overnight. So we have our hose coming to it, and then it's just running into our floor drain. So I'm not sure how much moisture it's taken out of the air, but it's taken a good amount out. I'm happy with that. So it's nice to be able to it's nice to see progress going on. We kind of have to keep thinking ahead to what's the next step, make sure everything is lined up and we're ready to go. Whether it be that we have everything done that we need to do next, and that we have everything ordered. And we have been having to order everything in a huge advance to make sure we have it here when we need it. So there's a lot of things that we haven't done, like we haven't figured out siding and the roofing, or we haven't even ordered them yet, just because we've been trying to stay on top of so much other stuff. I love learning and trying new things. I just like always doing, I don't know, I just like always learning them. It gives me a big appreciation for stuff you've never thought about. Like just running wires. You're just like, oh, it's just running wires. But you gotta like make a mental map in your head and figure out how to get from point A to point B, and then the best way to run all of your wires, so you can piggyback your outlets. You got your lights you got to run, you got your different circuits, the best way to get back to an area, so you use the least amount of wire. It's just funny, the things you've never thought about before. That's one of the reasons why I like doing new things. It makes you appreciate more aspects of life, because you know all the components that go into different things. If you're just always a consumer and consuming everything and hiring everything done, you don't have the appreciation for different things. That's been in my case. The more you do stuff, the more you can step back, know what goes into it, and appreciate it. Alright, so dealing with the spray foam already being in the walls, this is like the worst dealing with it, is trying to beat up your corners. So I'm just gonna have to eyeball it. We gotta be right here. We are. Okay. Let's see. This will be the fun part. Feel the heat. Alright, let's go with that now. Alright, now let's run the main feed from over there back. You getting it?
I'm getting it. believe it?
Looks like you're having fun.
It's kind of warm in here.
Right, heat rises. We've been working so much on the upstairs, it feels really nice now seeing the downstairs starting to come together. Oh, everything. We kind of like put the downstairs out of our minds for a little while and just jumped upstairs to get that stuff done. So now being able to come down here and just starting to see it all just take shape, it gets me re-excited again because doing sheetrock and mudding and it's not fun. So I'm glad to be downstairs, getting this area, kind of getting like the vision for it. So we're excited. I want to thank ButcherBox for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to get free ground beef for life, click our link in the video description down below. I don't think you'll be disappointed. We never have been with any of the meats we got from them. But I want to thank ButcherBox and viewers like you. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here at Lumnah Acres. So thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. We try to read all of them, but we can't always answer them all the time. But leave them and we'll go through them and either we'll answer them in a video or reply to them. So thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. And we'll see you guys right back here in the next video. Bye.